Okay, so for your final present.
Oh, is it that cast iron skillet that I saw at Macy's? Is it the blue ottoman that I saw at Macy's?
Maybe.
Oh my god. Is it the Gucci boots? Please tell me it's the Gucci boots! I always wanted the Gucci boots!
You're gonna find out in a second.
Okay, I'm just so excited.
Now you can. I'm sorry, it's not the boots. So I was the original Voldemort in Harry Potter, and Ralph Fiennes called me and he was just desperate to play the part, so I gave it to him. But this is the costume that I wore to one of the auditions. My original interpretation of Voldemort was that he was more of a demon rather than a dark wizard. So everything more like that. I'm slightly disappointed. It wasn't the view I wanted. Originally, we had ordered a superior deluxe suite, and this is just a deluxe. But that's okay. I don't hold it against my assistant for making the mistake of ruining my entire vacation. That's okay. We don't hold it against her. But it'll have to do. But that's fine. That's fine. It's Anna.
Hi, Anna. No, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, like what kind? Well, no, it's just that I have everything ready, and, just... Wait, I'm sorry, what do you mean? The thing is, these invites were sent out months ago. No, I know you're busy. I just don't understand how you could make an executive call like this on the day of. Because I'm all dressed with nowhere to go. No, excuse me. An event like that won't happen this year. I promise. Is everything okay? I've been refused entry. What?
Oh my god, Brad!
What's going on? What's up?
Mrs. Dratch, it's so lovely to see you. Mrs. Kelly, I'm so sorry I'm late. Carol, I'm so excited to know how well my little Boston is doing in class. Well, he has a very enthusiastic personality, and he's an incredibly social child. He takes that out. But he's some challenges in Boston. Oh! Could you be more specific? Well, for instance, yesterday, when Haley got up to do her presentation on the solar system, only the parents told me about that. And apparently Matthew, who he sits next to, is telling him these funny jokes. He's distracted. Poor Haley. I hope she's not feeling too upset. Well, when I confronted him about it, he rolled his eyes at me. Carol. He found something funny that adults don't. He's a child. Haley felt humiliated. But it wasn't Haley that made him laugh. It was Matthew. Matthew told the jokes. You really should be having a discussion about this with Matthew's mother, not me. Mrs. Dratch, Boston would never laugh at someone in that way. You're my own child, Carol. I was there, Mrs. Dratch. I know what he was laughing at.
There is no way Haley is gonna believe that you're my girlfriend looking like that. She'll know that we're just faking it and that I'm using you to get back at her. Unless... Darren, I know I haven't been the nicest to you at school, but I was really thinking you could help us out. We need to make Portia look presentable by tonight at the latest. You want me to turn her from trash to Tinkerbell in a matter of hours? Forget it. Please. You'd be doing us the biggest favor. Nice. Susan Sarandon got in contact with me in preparation for her role in The Fabulous Four, and I gave her some pointers on the kind of techniques that she could use for her monologue, and she really took them on board, and I'm so impressed with her work. Bette Midler and I go way back. I was her inspiration for the song The Rose. She has this quality about her that's so heartfelt, so childlike, yet there's this depth of sincerity in her performance. Megan Mullally and I actually do Pilates together, and when we were, doing our stretches and our poses on the reformer, she was like to me, Paloma, I don't know if I'm gonna do this role justice. And I said, use the Meisner technique. Close your eyes and pretend you're a platypus. And she did it, and it worked. Cheryl Lee Ralph and I often go dog walking together. She has a Shih Tzu and I have a sausage dog. And while we were walking, she turned to me and said, I don't know how to get into the character. And I said to her, just gargle on saline solution. Gargle on it, hang from a pole upside down, and let the blood drain to your head. And then sting yourself with bees. And she did it before and then after my advice. And you can just totally tell. Just incomparable. The Fabulous Four is out in theaters July 26th, and I'm so excited for you all to see it. It really should have been called The Fabulous Five, but that's okay. They couldn't afford me. I'm joking.
What is it, Grace?
I was just wondering if it would be at all possible for you to look at my evening gown designs.
You've been working as my assistant for 2 weeks and you already want to become a big fashion designer?
I just feel so inspired by you, Yvonne.
Tell you what, if you finish creating those invitations for the event on Friday night showcasing my collection, then I'll take a look at some of your designs.
Yep.
That's easy.
I'll just use Adobe Express.
Done already? Wow. Those actually look really good, so simple and sophisticated. I like it.
So?
Alright, what do you got?
If you could pick a Disney character today, who would it be?
Aladdin. I'd like to ride his carpet.
He's so dreamy.
I think Milo from Atlantis. I think it'd be a good time.
I've always had a thing for Buzz Lightyear.
Oh, that's what I call my vibrator.
What about you, Samantha?
I'd have to say the father from The Little Mermaid.
King Triton.
He could pin me down with his trident any day. Wait, how would that work? Half of his body is a fish. Oh. Then I guess I'd have to go with the Beast.
After his transformation?
Sure!
I'd go with Prince Philip. Or Prince Eric.
So you just want a prince?
Big's taking me to Disneyland.
Sure, a New York man may act like a modern version of today's Prince Charming. But why do we constantly dream of all future possibilities? Was my fairy godmother real? Or was she just Vivienne Westwood? I wondered, was I being realistic? Or was I just wishing upon a star?
Diana had this effervescence to her, particularly when approaching the media. She was followed by the paparazzi her whole life. And so, she knew them by name. She behaved rather coyly and rather flirtatiously. The Queen was a kind of woman that wasn't used to the spotlight, much like her sister Margaret, who was, in every sense of the word, a showgirl. Once the Queen actually got out of her dinner seat mid-banquet. There must have been about 50 people in the room. And she was so appalled and so abhorrently offended by the person sitting next to her that she simply left the room. It was incredibly awkward for the poor gentleman, who just probably got the fright of his life, just realising that he had made an unquestionable, unthinkable mistake. Got up and just left. It was those kinds of situations where the Queen remembered who you were, and remembered your name, and remembered what you said to her.
Hello, I would like to do this thing. Of course. In order to do this thing, you will need to send through an application form. Okay, can I please have an application form? In order to acquire an application form, you will need to submit an applicant status form. What's an applicant status form? We need to know the status of your application. Okay, I have now completed an applicant status form. Along with your applicant status form, you will need to attach your passport, driver's license, proof of identity, warrant of fitness, police clearance form, birth certificate, and a copy of your college qualifications. Here is my passport, driver's license, proof of identity. I'm so sorry, we seem to have a problem. What's that? Your college qualifications need to be certified. Okay, they are now certified. Oh, I'm so sorry. They need to be converted through an international database before they can be approved overseas. How do I do that? Please complete a qualifications conversion form. Okay, I have completed one, along with an applicant status form, my passport, my driver's license, my proof of identity, a warrant of fitness, police clearance form, birth certificate, and my fully certified college qualifications. May I now please have an application form? Yes. Thank you. You are now on the waiting list. What?
Time of death, 1642. I love you. I don't know why I said it. I love you, and I can't stop saying it. Oh my God, why can't I stop saying it? I love you, and I think about you, and I can't stop thinking about you, and I'm in the shower washing my hair, and I can't stop thinking about you. Why is this so hard? I love you.
Here's an idea. Marry me.
What?
Marry me.
You're crazy. You are literally crazy.
I know. But just marry me anyway.
Okay. Do you love her?
When I was a little girl.
When I was 12 years old.
I was 10.
I'm Jennifer Aniston.
And I am an actor.
My name is Anne Hathaway, and I'm an actor.
When I was a little girl, I played the house that squashed the Wicked Witch of the East in The Wizard of Oz. 4 years later, I'm nominated for my first Oscar, playing Harlot 3 in Dandelion Harlots. I received my SAG card by looking underneath my seat at an Oprah Winfrey show as a live audience member. My name is Paloma Diamond, and I'm an actor.
Precisely.
You took off my nail.
His mother was a scullery maid before. I knew it was you. I could smell your perfume from the train. Let me do that one more time.
get the cats to kick your ass. Let's go.
Are you married to this? Maybe I'll just not wear it. Try one more time.
Mom, what?
Don't smash your glasses. I faced you that time.
Again, just keep shuffling it, yeah.
Can we try that?
So that's the truth, guys. I'm gay. I know I've hurt a lot of people, and I want to say I'm sorry for being such a dweeb all the time. I didn't throw the diamond in the river because Carol Inglis told me to. I did it because it felt good. I'm not one for debauchery, although I am known to take a Klonopin or two before I shave my pits. But the thing is, I don't want to shave my pits anymore. I like looking like a French Neanderthal. And if you don't like it, you're just gonna have to deal with it. Because I'm perfect just the way I am.
Hey, that was an awesome party we just threw. I know. It was a shame Aunt Patty couldn't come. I would have loved to have seen her. Did I miss the party?
With the release of Another Simple Favor on May the 1st, I thought I'd give a little recap on my experience working on the first film, A Simple Favor, as production designer, alcohol coordinator, and manslaughter consultant. I was actually hired as an actor for this project, but the director thought that they were seeing too much of me in Hollywood, so... Firstly, I was responsible for choosing the recipe for the martini shared between Stephanie and Emily at the start of the movie. I originally wanted a pickled omelet-flavored martini, but the director thought that that would initiate a gag reflex. So we went with the Duke martinis, otherwise known as pure ethanol, but... oh well. When Emily's body is shown washed up on a lake in Michigan, I was responsible for doing the makeup for the dead carcass. We originally went with hues of sage to really portray that decomposition. Upon investigating Emily's past, Stephanie discovers that Emily's real name is Hope. She finds this gorgeous painting of her by Diana. Interesting fact, I actually painted the painting using moss-covered zinc and dyed lint. I won an award for this piece of work, and I donated it to the production on the kindness of my heart. But of course, Stephanie, who doesn't realize Emily. No, wait, it's Hope. Anyway, she's a con artist, and along with her sister Faith, killed her own father. I actually came up with that plot twist. Of course, Stephanie, who doesn't realize Hope is alive, shares her grief with Sean, Emily's husband, and the two begin a saucy affair. The final running over was actually performed by me. That's right, I was the stunt double. I fractured my hip and I broke my pelvis. But it was all worth it in the end. Watch Another Simple Favor on May 1st on Prime Video.
Countess, what do you make of the fountain in the garden? It's oversized and cumbersome, like most things in America. Yes, we triumph overall in that regard, don't we? I don't know if triumph is the right word. Nothing compares to the modesty and morality of the British. Yes, that's true. We Americans aren't as rigid as the English. Rigid. We're more open to change. Something your people don't know much about. My father had a saying. Change
is the greatest tear to the fabric of our society. To accept it is to succumb to irreparable damage. Oh, what lovely chrysanthemums.
Thank you so much for taking me here.
Yeah.
I've never been to Nando's. It's great. I feel slightly overdressed, but I come here all the time. By myself.
So, you are a boxer.
That's right.
I imagine that must be scary, spending all of that time in the room.
Ring?
In the boxing ring.
Oh no, I don't fight people. I'm a professional boxer. I box things.
Oh, like packages and stuff.
Yes. I put things into boxes and then I carry them onto the truck.
So you do a lot of heavy lifting.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Could you lift me?
No, I only box the smaller deliveries. You're a lot heavier. What I'm just saying is I only box the smaller packages, so I don't do any of the because we have forklifts to do that.
So, Dean, what are you into?
Dick.
What?
My name is Dick.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Hello.
Hi,
And what's your name?
I'm Lucy.
Lucy, do you think you have what it takes to win this competition?
I think I do.
What's your story, Lucy? Yeah, what do you do?
Well, I used to work in retail,
Oh,
but then I got made redundant, and so now I work as a locksmith
in a shopping centre or
under a bridge.
a locksmith?
Yeah, but it's okay. I come home to a smiling face that's supporting me every step of the way, so it's all worth it.
Oh, and who's your biggest supporter, Lucy?
My mum.
Oh, and is she here with you today?
She died last week.
Oh, Lucy. So, who's the smiling face that you were talking about before? Is that your partner?
No, I don't have a partner. He left me 3 days ago.
Lucy. So, who's the supportive person?
Oh, I meant my dog Max. He's a Saint Bernard. He's really big, but he's a gentle giant, really.
Oh.
He's got terminal cancer.
Oh. And what will you be singing?
I'll be singing a song that makes me feel warm and fuzzy, right down to my toes.
Whenever you're ready.
In the arms of the angel, fly away. Is there really a climate change issue? Now ask yourself that. Is there really? I don't actually think there is. Let me tell you why. Do you know what the Gen Zs are saying? Turn on the telly. All on the Wi-Fi and the internet and everything. That's what they're all saying. That it's our fault that we caused climate change. That it's the baby boomers' fault. I just think that's a bit rude. Our generation, we revolutionised the fight against climate change. We absolutely did. And here's why. There was a time when, paper bags were killing the trees, so we couldn't use paper bags anymore because, we need trees for oxygen and things. And all of a sudden, no, you can't use them. The paper bags, bad for the trees. So then we switched to plastic bags. And you can't use plastic bags now! You can't use plastic bags now! So it's my fault now, is it? I don't think that's my fault. I think that's a bit rude. I just think that it's everybody's fault. It's not my fault that the planet is burning up. I'm actually very environmentally green. I am. You should see my garden. The tomatoes are just going crazy.
You know what my favourite thing is about getting up in the morning? Is it the sound of those crazy kookaburras just laughing away as the heat in the bagpipes play? It's gotta be like a nice cup of coffee or something. Or like a nice, soothing cup of tea. Well, for me, it's brushing my pearl of whites. Oh, you mean cleaning your teeth? With like toothpaste or whatever? Not just any toothpaste. You kiwi.
A brand that uses only the most natural ingredients in their oral care products, yeah.
It is the power of nature in products that are gentle and healthy for your teeth. Like charcoal! Which leaves my breath minty fresh and my smile luminescent. Giving you that perfect Hollywood smile. That sparkles like royalty. Well, what are you waiting for? Well, what are you waiting for? Order you Kiwi today.
2021 has been a year like no other. Ever since the coronavirus pandemic started in March of last year, we've had to adjust living from home, reducing our social interaction as a way of combating transmission. With the introduction of the vaccine, life was looking hopeful, until of course the ghastly Delta variant was born and forced many of us back into lockdown. But now, and as always, we look ahead to the future and wish you and your family, wherever you may be, a very happy Christmas.
Once in royalty.
American names: Carter, Jace, Camden, Jaden, Aiden, Axel, Reese, Brooke, Silas, Sadie, Candace, Nicole, Rayleigh, Mackenzie, Gracie Lou, Cindy Lou. British names: Rupert, James, Edward, Matthew, Timothy, Hugh, Jasper, Simon, Emily, Rose, Claire, Poppy, Catherine, Livia, Maisie. Aussie names: Lachlan, Brady, Riley, Bryce, Steve, Damo, Darren, Kyle, Maddie, Ebony, Kiara, Kylie, Lindsay, Shona, Sheila.
Nan, what do you think of Harry and Meghan?
I don't like her. I think she's caused the royal family so much disgrace. The last time that we had an American in the royal family, look what happened. He abdicated. That wedding was so fire and brimstone. She should just go back to doing that old show. It's tuxedos or whatever it is. Yeah. I've got nothing against Harry. I think he's great. But that Meghan, no, disgrace. Don't like her at all.
Charles was a bit mean to Diana, wasn't he?
No, he wasn't. He was a saint. You know why? Because he was an heir and now he's king and we've got to respect him.
If I had lower self-esteem, I would probably be starving myself right now. But that's exactly what is happening to other women all over this country. So I have something to say. To all of you that have something nasty to say about me or other women that are built like me, women that sometimes or all the time look like this, women whose names you know, women whose names you don't, women who've been picked on, women whose husbands put them down, women at work or girls in school. I have one thing to say to you. Kiss my fat ass.
I look quite pretty. You've stayed rather close, haven't you?
They're all of me.
Sarah and Daniel.
Sarah and Daniel.
Oh, there's clearly a discomfort between the two of them. There's clearly some tension coming from Daniel.
There's obviously been a conflict.
Why are they not holding hands? There's a tension that I think Sarah doesn't know about.
They are definitely not looking at each other.
Whatever feeling that we had about them has now dissipated.
You can totally tell that she's shying away from the problem.
But this was intimacy week for them.
That is a problem.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you can come out at the age of 6. But back in my day, I came out at the age of 19.
Granddad, really?
Yes. It was a different time back then, when I was 13, and I knew I had to keep it a secret. It was all hush-hush back then. We couldn't tell anybody. It was the days when Ellen DeGeneres wasn't cancelled. RuPaul was just becoming a household name. Back in my day, non-binary people would get misgendered. This was, of course, before the Great Queer War of 2042, when we were segregated from the straights. It was a harsh time.
What's your name?
My name Mukta.
Where are you from?
Form fill up কইরাই আমি এখানে আইছি।
Last time কইতাছি তুমি যাইবা নাকি যাইবা না?
এই সিঁড়ি কই যায়? উপরে আর রুম আছে?
এটা ছাদে যায়।
না না, তা তো সেই সাথে যদি এক গাবলা পরি দেন তাও খাই ফেলতে, যদি থাকে আরেকটা পানি দেন না ভাবি, খুব ভালো।
কোনদিন পরশু সব জামা দাও কইরা আসো।
আমার যাওয়ার ইচ্ছে নেই আমার।
আরে দেখো বাতাসে কোনো ধুলাবালি নাই, এনে একটা অসুস্থ মানুষও সুস্থ হয়ে যাবে। আইছো সিঙ্গাপুরে, এটা স্বপ্ন ছিল না মানুষের যে বিদেশ যামু বিয়া কইরা। বাংলাদেশে থাকতে অনেক বুঝাইছি যে একটু স্মার্ট হও স্মার্ট হও, ইনাইনে অনেক কিছু বুঝাইতেছি। ভাই আমার বউ যে ভালো এটা তো আমিও জানি। আমি কি কইছি আমার বউ খারাপ? আমার বউ আধুনিক। কি কোন ভাই আমি স্মার্ট হই নাই? সিঙ্গাপুরের মতো একটা স্মার্ট দেশে একটা গাদা গর্দ বাইলে তো স্মার্ট হয়ে যায়। আর
একটা লাগে জামারে দিতেন আমি লইতাম।
চুমের পানি দিয়ে চা বানাইছো? চুলার সমস্যা কি ছিল? চুলাতে পানি গরম করলে কি হয়?
একটু ছাদে যাওয়া লাগতো, ওই কাপড়গুলো নাইরা দিতাম। আমি কি ছাদে যাব?
আমি তো একটা ইয়াং ছেলে তাই না? আপনি না বুড়া হয়ে গেছেন, আপনার সাথে কথা বলে কোনো মজা নাই। আমি
এখন শুধু জীবনের অর্থ খুঁজছি।
তোকে ছেলে পক্ষ দেখতে আসবে, রেডি থাকিস মা।
টাকা কেন?
শহরে যাচ্ছ, যাতায়াতের একটা ভাড়া আছে না, লাগবে।
ফুটপাতি বিয়েটা হয়ে গেছে। ওর নাকি মহারানীর চোখে এই পানির কারণ কি? বাবা কিছু বলেছে? যারা আমি চিনি না জানি না তারা আমি বিয়ে করতে পারবো না। আর আমি রেনুরে ভালোবাসি।
বাবা আমি যেহেতু বিয়ে করে ফেলেছি।
কি হয়েছে কি হয়েছে?
অভাবে পড়লে ভালোবাসা ফুরোতে সময় লাগে না, একটু সময় নেয় না।
বাবা আমি বের হচ্ছি।
কোথায় যাচ্ছিস?
আমার থিয়েটারে একটা শো আছে, ওখানে যাচ্ছি। বেস্ট অফ লাক।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
একমাত্র আমি যে মেয়ের পছন্দ করছি সেই মেয়ের সাথে বিয়ে দিব বইলা দিলাম। এই মুখ পুরি ঘরে আগুন লাগাইবো।
আল্লাহ
আমার ছেলেটার একটু হেদায়েত করো।
আমি দ্রুত চলে আসবো। ফুফু আমি যাচ্ছি।
ছেলে হলে তুমি নাম, মেয়ে হলে ইরা।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, উঠলাম ফুফুর ঘরে। আমার তো কোনো কিছু হচ্ছে না।
ইস, ঢং, ঘরের বউ টিউশনি করবো। কোনোদিন তোর ভালো হইব না কয়ে দিলাম।
আমি বলছি যে আমি একটা মেয়েকে পছন্দ করি, তার সাথে আমার সম্পর্ক আছে।
এত দেরি হচ্ছে কেন তোর? তাড়াতাড়ি বাসায়।
বাবা আমি তোমাকে ভালোবাসি জুহু, আমি তোমাকে ছাড়া থাকতে পারবো না।
আমি বিয়ে করলে তারই বিয়ে করব, আমি তো বিয়েই করব না।
ধরো বিশাল বড় একটা জলোচ্ছ্বাস আসছে, বাবা আমি তো তোমাকে অনেকবার জহিরের কথা।
স্টপ।
বাবা